It's finally here. Do you want to see it? It's pretty awesome. I'm almost in disbelief that it's here. Can you feel the excitement? Welcome back, folks. Hope you're having a great week. This week, we're going to recap my recent trip to York, Pennsylvania, where I went to the fall meet of the Eastern Division of the Train Collectors Association. How many different words could I string together there? Did you catch all that? It's a lot of words. Not only did we get a couple of new trains to show you tonight, or maybe more than a couple, but I also brought home the centerpiece of the layout, which is the 8-foot bridge that I had custom built by my friends at trainlayouts.com. Check them out. What an amazing company, and they do some work that is unmatched in the industry. RBP, just show us the bridge already. I gotcha. I hear ya. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Let's jump right in and look at this bridge. I'm going to do a bit of a magic trick here. Watch. I'm going to make a giant bridge appear. That's my magic trick. You ready? You ready? Enough waiting around. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Let's run some trains on it. So which train engine will make the maiden voyage across the bridge? I put a poll out last week asking for your votes on the first engine to cross the bridge. And we had over 1,500 responses. And there is no dispute on who the winner is. The Union Pacific Big Boy. Will the bridge hold up? Will it all work out? The bridges are constructed from masonite, which is laser cut and laminated and based on the design that you pick. So I had 2 bridges built. The big one, the one that we're really focusing on, is called the Steubenville Railroad Bridge. And it is modeled after the real Steubenville Railroad Bridge that exists over the Ohio River and spans between Ohio and Pennsylvania. You'll notice that it has a unique truss design on both ends. And what's great about the way these bridges are constructed, the girders on the bottom are reinforced with aluminum inside. So I've had a lot of questions about, Chris, will this bridge hold your trains? Isn't it gonna snap? Nope. I know what you're all thinking. RBP, what are you going to do when you have to duck under the bridge every single time? That's one way to do it. So let's dive into a little bit more about the York show that I went to last weekend. It was a great time. It's always a great time. And I want to really thank everyone I had the opportunity to meet. So we have some new trains to look at together. I found some really cool things I've been looking for. One of my first visits was to my friends at trains.com. That's trains with a Z. The first set I found was the MTH Premier Norfolk Southern Office Car Special set. My friend Jason, also at JD Stux, is a huge Norfolk Southern fan, and I saw this set at his house, and it's been one I've been after. Not only did they have the engines, but they had the additional B unit and the full 10-car set. 10 cars. You never find the set in one place at one time. And I got to tell you, you want to know the best part? Check this out. I get home and I crack open the boxes. And I'm thinking, you know, it's been run. I'm sure it's been run. Nope. These passenger cars, all 10 of them, are mint condition. Never run. Now, of course, I'm going to change all that. I really like to run it. So, sorry, minty fresh wheels. Pretty soon you're going to have marks. But that's why we get the trains, right? To run them. I'm not going to show too much of the Norfolk Southern OCS set because I'm going to do a separate video where we highlight that and this beautiful Kansas City Southern OCS set. But shh, not yet. Not yet. Too soon.
That was weird.
After we got the OCS set boxed up, I saw something else out of the corner of my eye. And this is the unshrouded Norfolk & Western J-Class. This engine is really awesome. It's funny because about a year ago, this engine was considered a pretty rare find. But I would say a lot of people have been cycling these around, maybe because of the buzz on the internet. I don't know. The internet does weird things. Who knows? But not only did I get the engine, but they had the auxiliary water tender. So here's the engine, coupled up to these Norfolk & Western passenger cars, and wow, what an amazing train. It makes this a really unique model when you compare it to the beloved 611J that we've run before. So take a look at this one running around the layout. I've had a couple of comments recently to run more modern stuff. I hear ya. I hear ya. Thank you for your input. Without your input, I get lost, more lost than I already am. One of the things I've really been looking for is another modern diesel by Lionel. And I looked all over. I was walking up and down aisles and I came to this great booth and it's Seaside Hobbies. If you've ever been to Seaside Hobbies, they have an incredible selection. They are the nicest people. I was so grateful to meet them. And they had this special edition Canadian National engine. So this is modeled after a real paint scheme. Obviously, it's not a standard Canadian National paint scheme. So this engine from Seaside Hobbies is phenomenal. But I needed some freight cars to go with it. So I went to my friends at Grzybowski's Trains. Grzybowski's has one of the biggest booths at York. It's basically a mini store. When it comes to inventory at York, I could probably spend half the show just in Grzybowski's booth. So I was lucky to find a whole bunch of coal porters and rotary gondolas. These are all the modern style coal cars, and I got a whole bunch of them to go behind this train. We got a variety of road names on here, so I can't really keep track of all the ones I got. I just kind of grabbed as many of them as I could. I mean, if you're going to pull coal, you need a long coal train, right? One of my favorite parts of York was hanging out with friends. But I was able to hang out with my friend Bob. Bob came to York. He had to take an airplane. He lives pretty far away. And not only did I get a chance to meet him, but he gave me this boxcar. This is from 1991, and we know I love vintage trains. Yeah, I know, 1991. How's that vintage? I was born in 1985, so I guess I'm also vintage. Some things just get better with age, right? Right? This is a really special gift. Thank you, Bob, for giving this to me. Of course, we're going to run it in this video. Behind some great vintage power, I owe these next pieces to my friend Andy O. He's with the Detroit Three Railers, an awesome O-gauge club. He gifted me a bunch of MPC items that he no longer runs. We have a number of things. We have F3s. These are in the Tuscan color with the B unit. Cool. We always like to have complete sets, especially when they're MPC. That MPC goodness. We got some GP9s. I don't have any MPC GP9s. You see these running around here. Andy, I really appreciate it. Thanks for sending me those trains. Last but certainly not least is the Nickel Plate Road 765 Berkshire. Look at this engine. I can't believe I found this. I was lucky enough to find this from my friends at Bob's Trains for You. They do a lot of selling on eBay. Bob is a great guy. Thank you to Bob and Mickey and the team at the booth. They have a great selection at York. So much to pick from. But I found this gem, and it was the one thing, I promise. I only went for one thing. May have come back with... Okay. It was the one train engine I was actually looking for, next to the bridge. I really went to the show for two things. The bridge and the engine. Everything else I came back with was just because I was there? I can stop anytime I want, right? Train collecting may be a sickness. York was such a fun time. I'm so excited to have the bridge here, and we're going to keep working on the layout updates as we go. But I really want to say a big thank you to everyone that I got a chance to meet while I was at the show. Without your support, I would not be able to keep this channel rolling, so thank you so much. As always, a huge thank you to all of my subscribers and everyone who's been supporting this channel. My name is Chris, and this is RBP Trains. We'll see you next time.